Are you moving from logic, mind, or beingness, intuition? That's what I want to talk about on today's hike. So come hiking with me. Let's chit chat. Let's talk a little bit. So in my book, Manifest It Like a Woman, I talk about moving from beingness. And I say all the time, it's mind over matter, but being over mind. And so what I mean by that is, who are you being? You know, it's interesting. I was having a conversation with my ex, and for his behaviors, he connected all these dots in his head to justify his behavior versus dropping down into who he was being when he made these decisions. Now, we all do this. And I came to a conclusion myself. You know, one of the things that I always used to think is that if I dated a good-looking man, the likelihood of him cheating is higher. Now, I had to really think about that. And I think a lot of people might think that because the probability is higher, right? We're using logic. We're saying, okay, he is more visible, and so therefore he is more likely to cheat. But that's not dropping into intuition and beingness, because that's not even taking into consideration his beingness. Because whether or not he's more visible and therefore more visible to more people has nothing to do with his integrity. You know, at that point, you're just calculating probability, the likelihood of something happening. And when you are in your head and justifying things, you can connect any amount of dots to, okay, I don't know where I'm at now. But you can connect any amount of dots to justify anything. You know, some people, even when it comes to cheating, they will say, they would connect these dots and justify their behavior. Say, oh, she didn't give me what I needed. She wasn't there for me. She didn't talk. So they're connecting all these dots to justify their behavior. Versus, who are you being when you betrayed your partner? Who were you? Were you someone that was trustworthy? Were you someone that was in integrity, that was in love, right? No, that's beingness. Because when you drop into being, because it is mind over matter, but being over mind. When you drop into being, do you think we'll just go back? When you drop into being, thoughts, your spirit rises from that place. So thoughts arise from beingness. So if you drop into presence, you drop into love, you rest in love, you rest in peace, and your beingness, thoughts and behaviors arise from that. Your spirit rises from that place. And so you move differently. You are, because you are someone different. You are being someone different. Now, if you're moving from misalignment, right? Not presence, not love, you will then move into logic and start connecting dots to justify in your mind behaviors, thoughts, and all sorts of things. That's just how it works. And so even I think like women are, because you're operating from logic and probability. And like I know I've done this myself, is that okay, if he's in this line of work, or I'm just giving you that example because that was one of the stories or logics or dots that I connected to justify why I didn't date certain people and things like that. Because, okay, if they're in this line of work, then, like, say if you're an athlete, if he's an athlete, okay, if he's in this line of work, he's going to cheat. Or if he's good looking, he's going to cheat. Or if he has money, he's going to cheat. But that's not speaking to someone's integrity and their beingness. That is just you being the architect. If you've seen The Matrix, and connecting probability in your head and connecting these dots and justifying why certain things are going to happen and why you decide to move a certain way. So, like, for instance, a guy might be a wonderful guy in integrity, trustworthy, but you don't give him a chance because you've connected these dots and the probability says, oh, of course not. He's not a good guy. The probability of him showing up for me and holding space for me is low based off these probabilities. Instead of what does my intuition say about this person? Does my nervous system resonate with him? Do I feel safe? These kind of things. Are we supposed to go down there? I don't know. Yeah. So I wanted to share that because that's a concept that I talk a lot about in Manifest It Like a Woman in my book. We talk about mind over matter, but it's being over mind. It's dropping into presence. It's centering yourself and your pleasure, which is presence. Dropping into love, resting in love. And this resting is this relaxation. Relaxation of your nervous system and resting into truth. And truth is love. So get out of your head, stop connecting all the dots. You can connect any dots to justify anything. Hello. You can connect any dots to justify anything. People do it all the time. But who are you being? It's not about your behavior and what you do. It's not about what you do. It's about who you are. Who you are being. So, I did want to share that. I mean, you can use this concept in anything. Because you will see that we often put a lot of stock into logic and probability instead of intuition, love, presence, truth. And that won't let you down ever when you drop into intuition, truth, and love. And how do you feel? This is dropping into your body. Now, the probability and trying to, what do you try to do when you're using probability? Predict. Yes, predict what is going to happen. Predict what to do. Predicting things, just like the architect. It's not going to work because, again, I'm going to keep saying this over, just like I said in the book, because I do say that a lot in the book because it's true. It is being over mind. Who are you being? So stop connecting the dots, looking at the probability and the likelihood of stuff happening, and just connecting the dots on why you did the thing you did. Go back. Go a layer deeper. A layer deeper. So we're going past the mind. We're not bypassing the mind. We're going deeper. Deeper than that. And when you go deeper than that, behaviors and your spirit, who you are, your spirit, which is the energetics, thoughts and feelings, right, arise from that place. And you will never go wrong. No, that's all. I did want to share that this Sunday. Thank you for coming hiking with me. I appreciate it. When this part, I've never been to this part, so this part wasn't the most beautiful. But I just wanted to share that. Anyways, you guys, I hope you're having an amazing Sunday, and I will check you in the next video.